my name is Dinuka McKenzie and I've done several courses with the Australian Writers Centre and I am now a published author. My crime novel, The Torrent, is being published by HarperCollins. Unlike many writers, I've never really had an ambition for writing. I guess I really fell into writing at a very intense stage of my life where I was a new parent and I was looking after young children and managing sort of work and family, and I really felt like I needed to carve out a space for myself. That's when I started writing because I felt like that was something I could do. I discovered the Anatomy of a Crime, How to Write a Murder course, and I really thought that would be something that would be useful for me because obviously I was writing a crime fiction manuscript and I really wanted to see if I was on the right track. So I enrolled onto that and it was an online course, which is again really helpful for me. I just loved it because it really broke down the different aspects of crime. So really right from the motivation to commit a crime through to the afterwards, the arrest and then the prison life as well. And it really went through all the research that you need to do as a crime writer to kind of get those realistic aspects into your writing so that your readers will go with you on the story. Through the Australian Writers Centre, I discovered a huge community of writers, who had also done courses with the Australian Writers Centre, and that gave me hope that, my dream can also come true. It allowed me to understand that, writers can achieve their dream in all different ways, but the fact that there were so many writers that I looked up to who are on my shelves, who'd also done courses with the Australian Writers Centre really helped me kind of solidify that in my mind. And it also allowed me sort of this, access to, a huge community of writers and other aspiring writers. So in 2020, I entered the HarperCollins Banjo Prize, which is a competition for unpublished manuscripts for fiction. And basically I entered it on the assumption that, my manuscript would get read by HarperCollins within the period of the actual competition. And I figured that was a way of getting my manuscript actually read by this publisher compared to the, the usual timeframes associated with the slush pile. So it was really on the basis of getting HarperCollins ticked off my list. I had absolutely no expectation of winning or anything like that. And of course, then that extraordinary thing happened where it was exactly the opposite. I got the phone call which told me that I had won this incredible competition. And it was that one phone call where all my publishing dreams came true. It's that moment where you hear a publisher talking about your words and getting excited about your words, and it's incredible. So if you want to give writing a go and don't really know where to start, I think the Australian Writers Centre is just a one-stop shop because it just has so many courses on writing, but just on every aspect of writing. So on the editing process, and if you're a kidlit author, or even if you want to do sort of business writing. So there's all these courses, plus there is on demand and they're online, so they're really easy to fit in amongst your lifestyle. And also the best thing is that you've got this ready-made writing community just waiting for you, and I remember that feeling of being an aspiring author and just really not knowing where to start and not knowing who to speak to. And the Australian Writers Centre basically gives you the knowledge base with obviously the coursework, but you also have this ready-made writing community just waiting there for you to kind of get that support. So I'm very grateful to the Australian Writers Centre and to the whole community for being able to, get me to this stage of, having a published novel and continuing to be able to write as basically, my full-time job now.